When you stop caring, that's when you become powerful. Think about this right now. I use this every video, but if you're new here, this will blow your mind. You got your phone and you're tossing it up just like I was. Well, you can do this in your sleep. You're not dropping it. You're not thinking too much, are you? You don't really care if you drop it because you know you can just pick it up. No harm, no foul. But now you take the same phone, same act, you hold it over a 10th story balcony in one of those malls that you look down. Oh man, you do that, your palms sweat, your heart rate goes up because you care about dropping it. You care too much. You're like, all my contacts are in here, dude. My life is over. If that phone goes down, it's gonna be a week of trying to set it all up again. And so this is the same paradox in our life. I call it the effort paradox, where the more effort you put into something doesn't always mean you get better results. Sometimes that starts working against you. Now, obviously there's a sweet spot to where you need a certain amount of effort to like get anything done. But I really want to talk about that with you today because it's infinitely fascinating. And I find far too often, most of us are on the over-caring camp, not the under-caring camp, which we'll talk about, but the over-caring, and it starts to backfire on you and screw you up. Smash the like button and drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. If you're not already, subscribe. And I'll link down below to our My Best Journal program. That's how you can support this channel if you dig these videos. Caring too much gives off a desperate energy. Dude, this is my one date, and if I don't get this guy to like date me, my biological clock, I'm just gonna be alone with 13 cats. Dude, that energy of neediness is going to repel someone in the dating sense. You go into a business deal like, oh, I'm desperate, man. I gotta close this deal. I'll do anything. If you view things as I have one shot at this, I can't mess it up. Dude, the amount of pressure you put on yourself, that will mess it up. The two traps I wanted to tell you about the not caring zone that a lot of people fall into that actually makes this work against them. The first one is confusing not caring so much with numbing out. This is apathy. That's not what it is. A lot of people with letting go and detachment, these more like esoteric concepts, they take it to the extreme and they say, okay, well, I hear this, my results are better if I don't care as much. So now I'm just not gonna care. I'm not gonna try. People get hurt in relationships and then they say, oh, well, I'm not gonna try in any relationships. I'm just gonna numb myself so I can avoid the pain. People get burned in business. Well, I'm not gonna trust anyone so I can avoid getting burned. Life, we get taken advantage of. It sucks, it hurts. The only thing you can do is use that as lessons to not let that happen in the future, not wall yourself off and shut yourself out to otherwise good people and experiences. And the second is using this as a tactic to get something that you overly care about to begin with. So people who wanna get their ex back, and so they hear about not caring, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna not care so that I can get them back. Or someone who has a really tight timeline about making $1 million. Okay, I'm gonna not care about making $1 million so I can hit my goal of $1 million. So this is really sneaky, but don't use this as a tactic to keep over attaching to the thing you want because that's still the same place. Now you're like, well, dude, what's the middle zone here? This is the power zone. It's your power zone. Because when you stop caring, you become powerful. That's what we mean. It's not caring at all. It's not over caring. It's calibrating in the middle in your power zone. So for the remainder of this video, I want to give you a few tips on how you do this and perspectives so this really locks in and you can calibrate in the middle if you're under or over. The number one tip I have for you is finding alternative motivation. So most of us have our whole motivation for the thing in an outcome. But if that's your only motivation, a couple things happen. Number one, it doesn't matter how you get there. So you might not take the most ideal path, or you might take shortcuts that actually, allow you to get one step forward and 2 steps back. Dieting, this is like, oh, I'm gonna fast and then I'm gonna binge. Making money online, this is, oh, I'm gonna find a hack and then that hack gets wiped out with AI and now I'm back to square one instead of building something sustainable. Dating, this is, I'm gonna be and pretend to be whoever they want, but then I realize they don't actually like me, they like the persona, and that gives me a deep-seated insecurity. Now I really am f***ed. But number 2, you ruin the process because it only is a pass or fail. So many goals, I think, are a scale of 1 to 10. It's a spectrum. It's not like binary, yes or no, on and off. I started a business on a scale of 1 to 10. How successful was that? It's not either a 10 or a 0. It has to be on that spectrum somewhere. Could be a 7, could be an 8. And it's so much more manageable being like, oh, I'm on the process of making a successful business. It's now a 6. I want to turn it into a 7 or 8, right? Oh, I'm in the process of dating. And, I can go on the date without having to make this a 10 or a 0. My point here is that don't rob yourself of the process, because that's actually what you want. So finding some motivation outside of outcomes is so important. I'll give you a personal story example here. So when I have the outcome, I have to sit down and crush this video. It has to be mind-blowing. I have to say all the right things. I have to nail the intro. That's what really messes me up. I'll spend like 20 or 30 minutes sometimes redoing the intro and then be so burned out, like, oh, I don't have any energy for the video now. And then like it's crazy, it's nuts because it matters so much. But then I'll have videos where I just turn it on and kind of riff it. I'm in a good vibe, a good state, and that naturally comes through. And you don't care as much. Those are the ones, like I just had one last year, how to get more done in 1 week, most do in a year or something, millions of views because it has that loose energy. I think at my peak in 22, like I was doing so many videos, they mattered less because I had more at-bats, more shots. Doesn't matter if you hit every single one. And that detachment from everyone being like the end all be all there made the videos pop off and go crazy. Perhaps another way of saying this is the quality you want comes through quantity, right? All the quality you want of insert the thing will only come from volume. I think there's this myth of a masterpiece, right? Oh, I'm going to paint my masterpiece. And if I just do it for 10 years, then it will come out and the world will see my greatness. Here's a front cover journal quote I wrote this year on this by Michelangelo. If people knew how hard I had to work to gain my mastery, it wouldn't seem wonderful at all. Damn, dude. And this is a guy who creates art that people see and they start weeping. They start crying, it's so beautiful. Saying if they only knew how much effort I put in, it wouldn't seem so miraculous at all. So the one and done approach, wipe that away. Because you know what one and done approach makes you? It makes you over caring, right? My one shot, my one person, my one life. While we're on the concept of Michelangelo, he has this famous statue of David. And there's something he said that gives me goosebumps every time I hear it. He says, David was already in the statue. All I did was chip away the marble. It's so beautiful because I think that's indicative of us and the whole inner work we're doing in self-improvement. That version of you is already in there. You just chip away the marble. And this version of you that can be in this power zone right here and free from your own inner critic and self-judgment to get out of your own way is already there. You just got to do reps and chip away at the marble every time. Or you just got to not let every thought that passes through your consciousness be unfiltered, right? Oh, I'm having self-doubt. Catch it and say, no, that's not a productive thought. That's chipping away at your marble. So back to you. What's the thing right now that if you did more of, you'd get better at, but you're avoiding? What is that thing? Is it writing? Is it making content? Is it something to do with your side hustle or business? Making music? I don't know what it is for you, but I know there's something there. And if you just ask yourself, okay, how can I lower the bar, not raise it, right? This is what we're talking about. How can I not care? Because I guarantee you're caring too much. Because when you stop caring, you become powerful. If you want our help with this, I'll link down below to My Best Journal. It's the program I created that walks you through step-by-step my journaling method that I developed over 4,000 days of keeping a journal. Number one thing I did to change my life, and I know it'll change yours. Smash the like button, helps us out here. Drop a comment if you got something from this video or you dig something. And thank you so much for being here. Chip away at that marble, baby. Peace.